Hi everyone, this is Dr.Jess Nerren here. I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about an accommodation that's called Kurzweil. Okay, so first off, you may see on an accommodation letter something that just says Kurzweil. So what does that mean? It's so confusing. I mean, what is a Kurzweil, right? Even when I Google Kurzweil, a bunch of stuff that comes up couldn't possibly be what an accommodation is, right? I think one is a keyboard. That's not it. Okay. So I am here to demystify what it means when you see this funny word on an accommodation letter and what it means for us as faculty when we see it. So we know kind of what to expect and what to do next. Okay. So Kurzweil is a screen reader and a million other things. But really, the easiest way to think about it is that it's a different way for students to read our class content. So, what that means is that we need to get our information, such as books, um, uh, the syllabus, tests that might be on paper, PDF, and any other readings that might come from other places. So for instance, I have classes where I use like less than 10%, within copyright, this tiny little fraction of a book that I've scanned in, right? Maybe a page or two. So I would then, that would be something that would be really important to let SSD know that there are additional readings in Canvas, right? From there, um, we can do a lot of things to help the student. In addition, I should say, make sure that your books are in Follett Discover so that way the bookstore knows what your books are because we start working on your assigned books once those books go into Follett. So what does that mean, right? It might mean that if we don't know what your books are, you might hear from us, right? We might reach out to you and be like, hey, what are your readings? Are there any other readings? We might even, now or in the future, might be like, hey, could you add me as an instructional designer to your Canvas if you feel comfortable? And then maybe we could help you with that. So the weight of the world is not on your shoulders. We don't expect you to become a Kurzweil expert. We don't expect you to do anything to provide this alternate format. We just ask you nicely with an open heart and an open mind in the spirit of collaboration to please, please, please help us understand what your class materials are that might need to go into this alternate way of folks receiving their class materials because it takes a minute to get them ready. Sometimes it could take up to 6 weeks to get it ready. So if you're kind of a just-in-time teaching kind of person, we might not be able to get ahead of that so that your students on Kurzweil, they might we want to make sure that they are read up to the exact same point that any other person is. So please help us in the spirit of helping your students because we all want your students to succeed. We all want all of us, my faculty colleagues, I want you to succeed. And so when you see Kurzweil on there, it might be as simple as, oh yeah, you have my book. Okay, great, great, done. It might be, I have that plus, right? Um, but I want to assure you that we're here to work in a spirit of collaboration with you in order to prepare those materials. But the sooner that we have a chance to talk, right, the better. So if you ever have any questions, please email me or reach out to me anytime. My email is jessica.nerren@csusb. And I'm happy to meet with you. I've got faculty drop-in office hours every single week for 4.5 hours. And I will do everything in my power to set you up for success. So I just wanted to make sure to share with you a little bit more so that you know what Kurzweil is and what it means when you see it on an accommodation letter. Thanks so much and see you in the next video.